Hello everyone and welcome. If you've crafted with me before, I'm so glad to have you back. And if you're new here, I'm excited to have you join us. I'm Becca, the maker behind Novae Makers Mart, where I create digital projects for at-home cutting machines like Cricut or Silhouette. Today, we're making a 3D paper Tic Tac Toe board, a fun and sturdy keepsake game you can completely customize with your favorite colors or patterned papers. It comes together with simple pieces that build into a full board and 3D X's and O's. Perfect for a quick game anytime. It's part of the brand new collection of over 80 designs I've been working on, and this is project number 28 in the series. Since I have so many new projects to share, I've decided to challenge myself to post 3 new 3D projects every day at 9 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Make sure you subscribe and check back often so you don't miss out on any of the fun. As always, all of the projects I share are available on my Etsy, and you'll find the link for this one right at the top of the video description. We're going to start by making our game pieces, so let's grab the layers for our O's, and the first thing I'm going to do is fold along all of the score lines. Now glue down the top of the O. I'm using a shiny metallic paper for mine, but feel free to get creative with any color or pattern you like. Once those are all glued together, I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the tabs and start to fold up the walls. Grab the layers that look like this and fold along the score lines. Add glue to the tab on the edge and then glue it to the other side so that we have a little octagon. Add glue to the tabs on one side and glue it down to the middle of our circle. Fold in all of the tabs and then add glue so that we can close the back. Now we just need to do that 4 more times. Most Tic Tac Toe boards usually have 5 X's and 4 O's, but because I like things nice and even, I'm making 5 of each. I'll speed things up a little since the steps are the same, but feel free to pause or rewind if you need to. Now that we're all done with the O's, I'm going to set those aside and grab the layers for the X's. Just like we did with the circles, I'll start by gluing the top layer down. This time I'm using a shiny metallic blue to pair with my pink O's. Once all of the top layers are glued down and the glue is dry, I'm going to fold along all of the score lines for each layer. To assemble the X's, start by grabbing one of these smaller layers. After folding along the score lines, add glue to the 2 tabs and attach it to the X. Each X will need 4 of these little layers, 1 for each corner. Once those are all attached, we'll add glue to these tabs and fold up each edge. Next, add glue all along each of these tabs, and then we'll attach one of our solid black layers to the back. Now we just need to do that 4 more times. I'll speed things up a little since the steps are the same, but feel free to pause or rewind if you need to. Once all the X's and O's are finished, we'll set them aside and start building the Tic Tac Toe board. Start by grabbing the two large solid rectangles. One of them is completely plain and the other one has some score lines to help guide us with our placement. We'll also need these 4 layers for the outer edges of the board. We're going to fold along the score lines, and while we do that, I just want to point out that these layers have 2 different size tabs. We're going to glue the larger edge down to the base. So let's add glue to the larger of the 2 tabs and then line it up with the edge of our solid black square and press it down. Repeat that step for the remaining 3 layers so that each side of the square has one attached. Next, we'll want to glue the gray layer with the score lines over that, so add a bunch of glue to the base. Once that's glued down, we can fold up the edges of our board by adding glue to the tabs and folding up the walls. Once all of the tabs are glued down, fold the top tabs back and then grab the layers to build out the inner walls. There's 2 tall layers that are the same size and then 4 that are slightly smaller, followed by 6 little ones. We'll need to take each layer and fold along all of the score lines and then glue the edges closed so that we have these little 3D rectangles. Glue your first rectangle into the left-hand side of our base. And then let's make our second tall rectangle and glue it into the right side. Now let's assemble the 4 other rectangles, again by folding along the score lines and gluing up the edges. We'll glue the first one of these rectangles across the top of our base. And then the second one is going to go along the bottom. Now we're going to add glue along the tops of our rectangles and fold over our tabs from the base. The great thing about this part is that it doesn't matter how messy we are because we're going to hide all of this anyways. So as you can see, as I go around, I get pretty messy with my hot glue, but that's okay because we won't see it in the end. Now let's grab our 6 small layers and build those 3D rectangles. Now that all the pieces are made, we can finish building the inner walls of our board. Follow along with me as I glue down the rest of the pieces. The last thing we need to do is grab our square layer with all of the cutouts. This is the layer that's going to hide all of our seams and messy gluing. Just add some glue along the top of the base and then we can glue that layer down. And that's it, your Tic Tac Toe board is all finished. Now it's time to add your X's and O's and challenge someone to a game. It's such a fun project to personalize with different colors or patterns, and it makes a great little keepsake or coffee table game. If you enjoyed this project, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps, and I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. And don't forget to check back daily to see what's new. We've got so many more designs coming your way. Thanks for watching and happy crafting, everyone.